Dr. Emma Collins glanced at her reflection in the cafe copyright window, her stomach twisting with nerves. She had only agreed to this blind date to stop her sister from nagging about her single life. Now that she was actually here, she was beginning to regret it. His name was Michael Bennett. According to her sister, he was successful, attractive, and a genuinely great guy. Just coffee, she'd said. What's the worst that could happen? Emma, a pediatric nurse at Boston Children's Hospital, barely had time for herself, let alone dating. Between her long shifts and her natural introversion, romance had never been a priority. But at 32, even she had to admit her life had started to feel a little lonely. So, here she was waiting for a stranger and hoping the day wouldn't end in awkward silence. A man in a sharp gray suit walked in, and her breath caught. He was handsome. He had dark hair, calm confidence, and eyes that hinted at quiet strength. But before she could process anything, 3 identical little girls followed him inside, all wearing pink dresses and matching ribbons. Emma blinked in surprise. Surely, they weren't part of this date. The man spotted her, smiled, and walked over. Emma? Yes, she said cautiously. I'm Michael, he replied, gesturing toward the trio. And these are my daughters Lily, Rose, and Violet. I'm so sorry for the surprise. My babysitter canceled at the last minute, and I couldn't reach you to reschedule. I hope this is okay. Emma froze. Her sister definitely hadn't mentioned that Michael came with 3 children, triplets, no less. But looking at his apologetic face and the hopeful eyes of the girls, she found herself saying, "It's fine, I work with kids. I actually love kids." Michael's shoulders relaxed. "Thank you. I completely understand if you want to run for the hills, though. This isn't exactly a typical first date." "It's definitely not," Emma smiled. "But let's see how it goes." They ordered pastries and drinks. The girls settled at the table, watching Emma curiously. They were polite but observant, as if evaluating her for an important role. "I should probably explain," Michael said once everyone was settled. "I'm a single father. Their mom passed away 2 years ago. It's been just us since then. I don't really date because he broken bar well. This." He gestured helplessly toward the 3 giggling girls. "Not many women sign up for a widower with triplet daughters." "I'm sorry about your wife," Emma said softly. "That must have been hard." "It was," he admitted quietly. "Still is. But the girls keep me going." Just then, one of the triplets, Lily, if Emma guessed right, it tugged her sleeve. "Are you going to be our new mommy?" Emma nearly choked on her coffee. Michael looked mortified. "Lily, we talked about this," he said gently. "Emma is Daddy's friend. We just met." "But you said you were going on a date," Lily said seriously. "Dates are for finding mommies." "Daddy tries," Rose added solemnly, "but he's not good at hair." "And pancakes," Violet piped up. "His pancakes are lumpy." "And he forgot picture day," Rose finished triumphantly. Michael groaned, burying his face in his hands. "This is going great." Emma laughed. The girls were honest and adorable, and it was clear their father was doing his best. "You're all doing just fine," she said, smiling at them. They talked for hours. Emma learned that Michael was the CEO of a tech company, juggling leadership meetings and school drop-offs. Despite his busy schedule, he was fully present with his daughters, wiping chocolate from their faces, listening to their stories, helping them with straws and napkins. "Do you do this often?" Emma asked. "Not really," he admitted. "This is my first date in 2 years. I almost canceled, but I figured I should at least show up." "And how's it going so far?" He smiled. "Better than I expected. I'm sitting with a beautiful woman who hasn't run away yet, even after being interrogated about becoming a mommy." Her cheeks flushed. "They're wonderful girls. You're clearly doing something right." By the time they left, Emma realized she hadn't felt that happy or that seen in a long time. When Michael asked if she'd like to do this again, she surprised herself by saying, "Yes." With the audience, "They're part of you, and I'd like to know all of you." Over the following months, Emma became part of their world. She joined them on park outings, zoo trips, and Sunday pancake mornings. She helped with hair, taught Michael to cook, and found herself falling for all 4 of them. "You're so good with them," Michael said one night after the girls had gone to bed. "I adore them," Emma said. He took her hand. "You made me believe I could have both a family and love again. You made me feel whole." You shouldn't have to choose, she whispered. Your daughters are part of you. Anyone who loves you has to love them, too. I love you, Emma, he said quietly. I love you, too, she replied. All four of you. 6 months later, he proposed a no grand gesture, just a quiet question after bedtime. I want you to be part of this family, he said. Will you marry me? Yes, she whispered, tears in her eyes. Absolutely, yes. The next morning, the girls squealed with joy. We knew it, Lily shouted. You didn't leave. Daddy said most people would, Rose added. But you taught him to make better pancakes, Violet said proudly. At their wedding, the triplets walked down the aisle in matching dresses, scattering petals with serious expressions. Emma's sister toasted. She thought she was meeting a businessman for coffee, but she found a whole family instead. 2 years later, the Bennett household was even louder and happier with twin baby boys joining the chaos. Their family photos were beautiful messes, 5 children, 2 parents, and endless laughter. One night, after everyone was asleep, Michael asked, Do you ever regret it, going from single to a family of 7? Emma smiled, resting her head on his shoulder. Never. That blind date changed everything. I thought I was meeting one man. Instead, I met my whole world. And whenever people asked how they met, the triplets were always the ones to tell it best. Daddy brought us on his date, Lily would announce. The babysitter cancelled, Rose would explain. So Daddy brought USA and Emma stayed, Violet would finish proudly. Emma would laugh every time and say, best babysitter cancellation ever. Because sometimes, the best love stories begin with a little chaos, a few lumpy pancakes, and the courage to stay when everyone else would have walked away.